Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Wrestling with PigHat. I'm Adam, and he's Tony.
Hello.
And as usual, going to run down the card from this week's Raw and Smackdown, and just go through, see what's happening, just chat about it and what we thought was going on.
Yep. So Raw from the 8th of May.
Yep.
2017. Before we start, the UK crowd.
Yeah.
They're shit. In all honesty, as soon as it started, I was disappointed with how the crowd were reacting to things.
I did read that supposedly there was a lot of boos and stuff from the crowd, like especially when Reigns came about later. But on television, it was just silence. So obviously WWE are editing it out. They'd rather it was silent than have the boos.
Yeah, because I don't think it was actually live this week, was it?
No, they were pre-recorded because it needs to go on telly the same time in America.
Yeah.
So it's on earlier in the UK, so they pre-record it.
Yeah, it was terrible. Absolutely terrible. So Raw started off with Dean Ambrose
Coming out.
Yeah, he had a phone call from Kurt Angle.
Mm-hmm.
And he came out and then he announced that he was going to be Raw General Manager for the night, which The Miz obviously had a response to because he had a conversation with Stephanie McMahon.
And he was co-GM for the night. I mean, it's fun. It's using the two people that are in a feud for the only singles title on Raw at the moment. So,
again, crowd didn't really respond to that. So if they did edit it, then that'd probably
make more sense. Yeah. Obviously, you had Braun Strowman come out.
Yep.
And talk about how once that Dean Ambrose should tell Kurt Angle that once he's done with Roman Reigns, he wants Brock Lesnar.
Yep. And Kalisto didn't like that.
Oh, Kalisto.
Comes out, crowd silent.
Yep.
Absolutely silent.
Yeah, comes out. He's like, I may have beat you in the dumpster match, but I feel like I should beat you some more or something along those lines.
Yeah, it was like, I beat you fair and square in the dumpster match, and Braun's like, oh no, that was a fluke. And he's like, well, you can't treat me like garbage. You chucked me into that dumpster and you treated me like garbage, so I want a match with you tonight. And Braun Strowman's like, when I'm not injured, I will beat you up, but I could beat you with one arm. So Dean Ambrose is like, wow, you can beat him with one arm, then you have a match tonight.
That's it.
Well done, you.
Yeah, so, and that was basically the opening segment of Raw.
Yeah, I mean, not much. I think Ambrose turns around to The Miz and says, oh, you've got a match, by the way, and it's right now against Finn Balor.
Yep. So our opening match of the night is Finn Balor versus The Miz.
Yep.
Not a bad match.
No, it wasn't too bad. I expected a bit more, to be honest.
Yeah.
But no, it was
okay. A lot of Maurice involvement again, as usual. And obviously, I did like the fact that Finn bumped into the ref. So Miz grabbed a mic and said, like, as co-GM, you're disqualified for attacking a referee.
Yeah, I thought the match was going to end there, and I was just like, really?
Yeah, but then Dean comes out and says, no, we'll restart the match. I liked that little bit. I thought that was quite a good little bit. Miz trying to abuse the power he's got and then getting it turned around on him. He gets hit with a sling blade and then a coup de grace.
Yep.
And Finn Balor picks up the win.
Yep, good old Balor.
Oh, yes.
So from that, we went into Alexa Bliss and Nia Jax backstage segment.
Because it was basically Nia wanting the title and stuff, whole conversation along those lines.
Yeah, she was just like, did you really mean what you said about me when we had your thing last week on Raw, that I was good, that was amazing? And Bliss was like, oh yeah, why would I lie? Why would I say it if, I didn't mean it? And she's like, well, Well, if you meant it, then, you've just got a new best friend.
Yeah, so until she goes for the title, she's a new best friend.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy that they're going to be a little team because I think their attitudes work. And again, it's like the little and large.
Yeah, and it gives Alexa Bliss someone to use because she works as a champion that doesn't have to work.
Yeah.
So she'll have her match, but if shit starts getting a bit real, she'll just hide behind Nia Jax now. And I like it. I think it should do good things for her. Yeah,
definitely. And it gives us more Nia Jax, which I like because I like Nia Jax.
Yeah, she's not bad.
I just like her. Just nice.
She's nice.
She's nice. And she's The Rock's cousin. What's not to like,
She's a big angry Samoan.
Yes, she is. So that led on to Alexa Bliss versus Mickie James.
Yep, obviously on SmackDown for most of SmackDown Live run, they were friends.
Yeah, then, Bliss used Mickie James apparently.
Yeah, and then Mickie James sort of face turned. So they have a match. It's it's back and forth. It's not a bad match overall.
Yeah, the moves were a bit sloppy, I thought.
Mickie James is a good worker, always has been.
Yeah, must add that Bayley was in Mickie James's corner.
Yes, and Nia Jax was with Alexa Bliss.
Yeah. It was. The match itself was okay. The crowd again, they were very distracting, singing "Hey Hey Mickey."
Yeah.
But I was really disappointed with the close of the match, which was Alexa Bliss winning from a slap.
Yeah. Yeah, it weren't much. That was after Nia Jax obviously put the distraction in by grabbing Mickey's boot.
Yeah, I mean, she could have done so much more from that top rope, but she slapped her and got the pin, and I was just like, well, what? But, yeah. Yeah,
and then it ends, like that whole bit ends with Nia Jax just whooping on Mickie James in the ring.
Yeah, gives her a big splash in the corner and then an elbow drop, while Bayley chases after Alexa Bliss.
Bayley was like a non-entity. There was no need for her to be there.
No, it was just, trying to get her some airtime. They still want her to be around and stuff, but...
I just don't know. I don't think she's going to work as well as they want her to on the main roster.
No, well, I was watching something on YouTube the other day about Bayley, and apparently when she was in NXT, she was amazing. Like, the way they gave her to the crowd.
Yeah.
She just really, really worked. But since moving up to the main roster... they've kind of changed a load of stuff and she's not working as well.
Yeah, she's not the same and it definitely shows.
So maybe they need to take a step back and say, why did she work in NXT but not too much now?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know.
After that we get a bit of a backstage interview with, I do believe it's Joe having the interview, isn't it?
Yeah, he's just like, I'm not finished with Seth Rollins. This ends when I say it ends.
And then pow, Rollins comes out.
Seth Rollins comes out and they have a pointless little backstage fight.
Just a little rumble, separated by a couple of refs.
Yeah, nothing major.
But they use that to basically book a match for them later on in the night, basically. That was the kicking off for it.
Yeah, it was, like I say, pretty pointless, but I suppose it just announced the match a little bit better than just saying, and tonight, Samoa Joe versus Seth Rollins.
Yeah, that's it. It's just more of a way to do that rather than just putting the match in randomly.
They've got to fill 3 hours somehow.
That's it, and because they want their feud to continue into a next pay-per-view or two, they need to do a few bits like that to just keep them going.
Yeah. So after that, it went into Braun Strowman versus Kalisto, which... didn't really happen. That was like a no contest.
It was Braun whooping on Kalisto for quite a while.
Yeah.
And then out of nowhere, pow, Super Samoan appears. His music hits, he comes down.
Yeah.
Hits him with a chair.
Yeah, see, when they first showed that chair shot where he was on the steel steps, I thought he hit him around the head and I was just like, ooh.
Yeah.
Vinnie Mac's not going to like that.
That's it.
Because they're not allowed to do chair headshots anymore. But looking back at it from a different angle, he actually hit him in the shoulder.
Yeah. Because that's what he's injured, isn't he? Because this is basically writing Braun off of TV because he's got a legitimate injury.
Yeah.
He's going to be out for a few weeks, so this was their way of writing him off TV.
Yeah, it did make me laugh though when Strowman and Kalisto were in the ring. Strowman picks up the mic and he's like, "I'm not fighting you because I'm just interested in Roman Reigns," and then he beats him up anyway.
Yeah, the bell rings anyway, and he just whoops on him.
Yeah, it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's a no contest, basically.
Yeah.
As usual, they like to chuck a no contest in lately in every episode.
Yeah, so Roman Reigns just dominates Braun Strowman with his injury.
That's the thing, they've now made it so that Braun Strowman's been written off TV. Roman Reigns looks menacing so that when Strowman comes back, they can carry on their feud, and Roman looks good going into whatever feud he's going to do while Strowman's away.
Yeah, so Strowman runs away, Reigns gets back in the ring and stands on the ring post and gets booed to shit.
Yep.
And then we get a little segment with the Golden Truth, which I actually really like. The Golden Truth.
They're okay as like a comedy thing.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I really like them, and they're a bit upset about their win-loss ratio.
Thing is, I'll carry on. Go on.
No, I was just say which is not in their favour at the moment.
Yeah. It's one of these things like they don't actually wrestle on TV very often.
No.
It's all live shows.
But yeah, they were just upset, and Goldust's like, "Man, we can do this. We can prove ourselves."
Yeah.
In this tag team turmoil match, we'll do it. We'll prove ourselves. We'll get our title shot. And our Truth's like, "Yeah, man, let's do it," and then sings along to whatever song he's listening to.
And then that leads into the tag team turmoil match, which is Cesaro and Sheamus versus Enzo and Cass versus Rhino and Heath Slater versus the Club versus the Golden Truth.
Yeah. So it starts off with Sheamus and Cesaro versus Enzo and Cass.
Mm-hmm. You get Big Cass dominating Sheamus for a bit, which is their way of being like, oh, Sheamus is big and powerful, but Big Cass is that bit more.
Yeah,
because they
show Big Cass.
That's it. They just want Big Cass to look massively powerful, but then he makes the mistake of tagging in Enzo Amore, which is the stupidest thing he could ever do as a tag team.
Yeah, just
because he just instantly gets squashed by Cesaro.
Just pick up Enzo and swing him around by his. You do the Cesaro swing
by his beard
to Enzo to beat Cesaro and Sheamus. Just hit him with Enzo.
Yeah, Big Cass just swings Enzo around.
Yeah, do that. Then you might win, but you didn't. You got pinned, and you're out.
That's it. Enzo and Cass go first. I nearly said Edge and Christian because I've just got E and C on my notes, and it's just my head instantly goes to Edge and Christian.
Oh God,
terrible! And then they're followed by Rhino and Heath Slater go out next.
Yeah, again, Rhino and Heath Slater didn't really do much.
Nope.
Then the Club come in.
They get eliminated next.
Yeah, they didn't really do much.
Makes me sad.
Then you get the Golden Truth, and I think that the Golden Truth put up a really, really good fight.
I think the Golden Truth are going to get a title match after this feud with Cesaro and Sheamus and the Hardys is done.
Yeah, I think I was really rooting for them. I really thought that they might pull it out of the bag. But I don't know why.
Purely because they're a massively face tag team.
Yeah, it just didn't work.
And they obviously, after the match, after Cesaro and Sheamus pick up the win, I couldn't even say their names then.
Cesaro.
That went horribly wrong. After the match and they pick up the win, they start whooping on Golden Truth.
Yep.
And then the Hardys come out, give chase a little bit.
Yeah, nothing happens
Matt
again.
Hardy does his really stiff run down at the ring where his knees don't seem to want to bend.
Delete.
Oh yeah, it's getting to the point where he just needs to be able to decide on one gimmick now.
Yeah, he's kind of a switch between
version 1 Matt Hardy and Broken Matt.
Yeah,
yeah, it's getting annoying.
Yeah, they need to just either give him the broken gimmick or tell him he's not doing it. And then we can just get on with our lives, and they'll fizzle out in the next year, and Jeff will get his solo run.
Yeah, he'll get another title hold. I imagine he'll go to SmackDown. When he does go solo, he'll go to SmackDown and he'll be champion within like a couple of months.
Yeah. But Yeah, like I say, nothing really happened from that. Sheamus and Cesaro retreat.
So you've
Cesaro
now got...
gives
Cool.
R-Truth a little kick just before he leaves as well.
Yeah. I like Cesaro as a heel.
Yeah, he's good. He's funny. He's a funny heel.
That's it. But so we've now definitely got Cesaro and Sheamus versus Hardys. Great Balls of Fire is the next one, or is it Extreme Rules? Extreme Rules. We had this conversation last week.
We did.
They've announced No Mercy as a Raw paperback in September. Pay-per-view. God,
Paperback.
what is going on with me today?
God, I can't wait for the hardback release.
It's my lack of sleep. It's catching up with me.
Yeah. Well, it's understandable. You know, you're having a baby soon.
Yeah, that's it. It's going to get even worse. And just be prepared for episodes of this where I'm just snoring down the microphone.
Yeah. Or you just hear a baby cry. Oh, shit.
Yeah, that'll probably happen. I ain't going to lie.
Well, it's fine.
That's
so
it.
After that match, we had Seth Rollins versus Samoa Joe.
Yeah, good match.
Yeah, it was a really good match.
Probably my match of the evening. These two together in the ring tend to do good stuff. Yeah.
Looking at the card, I think I would agree with you. That was probably the best match.
Yeah. Aside from the ending.
Oh, yeah, it's a bit bad.
Which was inadvertently the finger quotes, air quotes here. Inadvertently, the turnbuckle gets exposed.
Yeah.
And ultimately, Joe racks Seth Rollins' head against it. So Rollins wins by DQ.
Yeah, so, he racks his head against it, and the ref's like, Joe, no, leave the turnbuckle alone, leave it alone. And he goes to put the buckle thing back on, and then Joe rips it off again. He's like, no, I'm warning you, Joe. You don't touch that turnbuckle. I'll disqualify you. And he just does it anyway.
And then Afterwards, he locks in the Coquina clutch. I think that's how you say it.
Coquina
clutch.
Coquina clutch.
Which is just a big old rear naked choke.
Yeah.
But he locks that in just to destroy Rollins a bit. So Rollins picks up the win, but is ultimately brutalised for it.
Yeah, I kind of feel sorry for Seth Rollins as well, because Samoa Joe sweats a lot.
Yeah.
He sweats a shit
Yeah, he does. He's quite a sweaty man.
So, I can imagine Seth Rollins comes out of the curtain after the match. He's just like, oh, I need to take a shower. Oh, it went in my mouth. Oh.
It's just scrubbing his nose. It's like Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, when he's in the shower.
Just imagine, and Joe's just like, what, dude? I'm sorry, I sweat a lot.
That's it. Get over it.
Get over it. Can't help it. But it's in my beard. I don't care. Just get over it, dude.
But overall, decent match.
Yeah.
Like I said, probably my match of the night. Which is saying something when I've picked a match that ends by DQ, really, as my match of the night. Normally DQ's not a great thing for me.
The match itself was great.
Yeah.
Just the ending was a bit terrible.
Especially the Falcon Arrow that he hits Joe with.
Oh,
that's beautiful.
So good.
To do to a guy the size of Joe sort of thing. He's a heavier guy.
Yeah.
And he manages to get him up and just land it, and it looked good.
Yeah, it just shows the strength of Seth Rollins. He doesn't look like a big guy, but he's obviously really, really strong.
Yeah, I love it when Seth Rollins hits a Falcon Arrow. It always looks good.
Yeah, he's really good. But that led on to another Dean Ambrose and Miz thing, where they've actually announced that the Intercontinental title match is next week on Raw.
Yeah, oh, yes.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know why they're not saving it for Extreme Rules.
Yeah, just doesn't make sense to me.
Unless it's going to have a hokey ending, and then they'll have a rematch at Extreme Rules.
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, I'm not really too fond of Dean Ambrose wrestling at the moment. He just doesn't seem to be doing it for me. So I don't think the match is going to be that great.
Yeah, he's not got a massive repertoire at the moment. He just sort of does the same couple of things. He does the weird thing where he goes into the ropes and comes back with a clothesline.
Yeah.
Which the first few times you're like, oh yeah, that's really good. But after a while you're like, everyone knows that once you hit the ropes, they're just going to come back with a clothesline. It's not out of nowhere anymore sort of thing. Yeah.
So, I mean, the title match next week was a bit of a shock. I don't understand why they're doing it.
I'm hoping that with the feud / matches we've seen going on, so obviously it looks like Finn Balor and Miz are feuding a little bit, and Bray and Dean are feuding a little bit. I'm hoping that something will happen and we'll get like a fatal 4-way at Extreme Rules.
That might be good.
Because I would enjoy that. Balor, Wyatt, Ambrose and The Miz for the Intercontinental title.
Yeah. Yeah, why not?
I would enjoy that.
Yeah. I can see both Balor and Bray Wyatt being the Intercontinental title if The Miz isn't.
Yeah,
so
that's it.
It makes sense.
That's it. I think that'd be a good way to go, just from the way all the feuds are going at the minute.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll just have to wait and see, I suppose. We've got a couple of weeks now, haven't we, till Extreme Rules. Who knows what's going to happen. But that leads to a cruiserweight match between TJP and Jack Gallagher.
This annoyed me because it should have been such a good match.
Yeah. Neville was on commentary again. I actually thought he was going to hit Michael Cole at one point. But yeah, all I wrote down about this one was that headbutt, though.
Oh, what, after TJP comes down and dabs?
Yeah, that first headbutt, that was like, oh, that looked painful.
Yeah.
And I actually rewound it, and Laura was over at the time, and I was like, oh my God, did you see that? She's like, no, what? I played it again. She was like, oh, did he just headbutt him? I was like, yeah, that's his signature move, and that's fucking awesome.
He just headbutts the fuck out of people.
Yeah. But, like you said, it could have been such a good match.
It was a roll-up win for TJP.
Yeah, Austin Aries got involved a little bit. Just wasn't really great.
Jack Gallagher and Austin Aries share a beer on 205 Live.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Oh.
They have this whole thing where Jack Gallagher comes down, he's got a carpet in the ring and he's having a pint, and because obviously it's in London.
Yeah.
And Austin Aries comes out and has a pint with him, and then they're attacked by TJP and Neville, and they get the upper hand and all this. Is weird.
Oh. I'll have to give that a watch. Sounds a bit strange.
You'll find it on YouTube, just a clip of it, the highlight.
Yeah, I'll watch 205 Live. I get it on the network anyway, don't I? So It's only an hour.
That's it, it's not long. Give you something to do while you're sorting this video out, or this podcast out.
Yeah, maybe. Or I might just play some video games.
True.
On our to do with maybe our gaming channel, which is PigHat Gaming.
Well, obviously, I'm going to hopefully be streaming some more Until Dawn after this. So see how that goes. But anyway, enough self-promotion.
Plug there, yeah.
Yeah, just plug it. We then get the ladies' match. Alicia Fox versus Sasha Banks.
That was a fox. Did you think about her too hard then?
No. You don't watch 205 Live. Noam Dar. When he says her name, he goes, because he's Scottish. He goes, Alicia Fox.
Oh,
so
okay.
Weird.
Okay.
Because he's in a relationship with her on 205 Live.
Yeah, I knew about that, but it's... Yeah.
He goes, Alicia Fox. It's so weird.
Yeah.
She's getting some TV time all of a sudden.
She's an alright wrestler.
Yeah, she's alright. She her finisher is the same as Booker T's.
Yeah. But yeah, the match was okay. The worst part about it was the crowd.
Yeah, as usual. I mean, it was a good match. Sasha Banks put up a good performance as usual. Yeah.
She's really good. She picks up the win. But I just want to know what the crowd were cheering and booing.
Yeah.
It's like they were looking to the side. It's like fucking Beach Ball Mania all over again.
Yeah, fucking hell. It's terrible, isn't it?
I don't know. But yeah, the match was good. I'm happy to see Sasha Banks wrestle whenever, to be honest.
Yeah, pick up a win as well.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
But yeah, that leads on to the main event, which was Dean Ambrose versus Bray Wyatt.
Yep.
And you had The Miz and Maurice on commentary. Well, you had The Miz on commentary. Maurice sat there and didn't have a headset on, which must have been a bit awkward for her.
Yeah, she couldn't hear what the people next to her were saying.
Yeah, so...
The Miz and Maurice are on Total Divas now for Season 6.
Yeah.
I tell you what, The Miz is out of his character. The Miz is a really nice guy.
Yeah, I can imagine he is.
Just like when you see all the bits between The Miz and Maurice and like all the stuff they do, he's just a really nice guy. It confused me.
Yeah, kayfabe and all that shit.
Yeah, I have mixed feelings for The Miz now.
What's The Miz's actual name? Mike. Mike is a nice guy. Miz, not so much.
Yeah.
There
Mike Mizanin is his name.
So yeah, we like Mike, not too much on the Miz.
Yeah.
But yeah, the match again, it was okay.
It was a Dean Ambrose match.
Yeah.
Not fast pace. I mean, him and Bray Wyatt can put on a decent enough match together.
Yeah. Just wasn't great. And then the Miz is like, I'm fed up with sitting back here and watching this. I'm gonna get a closer view.
Yeah.
Goes down and runs a little bit of interference, hitting Ambrose with the title.
Ambrose still kicks out.
Yeah.
And then gets hit with Sister Abigail.
Yeah, a brutal Sister Abigail.
I love the Sister Abigail. I think it looks so brutal as a finisher goes.
It does. It's like ramming someone's head into the mat.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. It's good. I love the Sister Abigail.
It's vicious looking. But yeah, Bray picks up the win. So both people in the match for the Intercontinental title next week have lost this week.
Yeah.
So normally one would pick up the win over and the other wouldn't, because it'd then make one look like a better contender for it. That's why I sort of feel like they're going to find a way to put Bray and Finn in.
Yeah. I just don't think that Dean Ambrose and The Miz is going to be that entertaining full stop, so they need to do something.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be an alright match. It won't be anything spectacular. It'll be the main event next week on Raw.
Yeah.
It'll be the one that closes the night.
Yeah.
Unless for some reason Roman Reigns wants to wrestle.
I don't think he'll wrestle. I reckon he's going to have a big segment, though, and maybe like a little feud with someone.
Yeah, I mean, but the things I've read are like he's going to feud with The Miz for the Intercontinental title, or he's going to feud with Bray Wyatt, but I want them to be doing what they're doing, not get taken out of their feuds just because Roman Reigns needs someone.
Yeah, I'm trying to think who would be on Raw that would be good for Reigns to feud with for a little while. It's got to be a heel, because he's a face, air quotes.
I'm trying to think.
It's just no one. I was thinking the Big Show, because he's another big guy, but he's a face really at the moment.
When he's about.
Yeah.
Mark Henry?
He hasn't really been about for a while, though, has he?
He's like a mean Hall of Pain guy, so he could have a decent little mini feud with Roman Reigns.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not really anyone that I can think of. I mean, there's a lot more superstars on Raw. Sorry, I didn't hear a word you just said because I was talking.
Yeah, we were both talking at the same time. All I was going to say is, because they only ever put Roman Reigns in a feud with a top tier talent. So they sort of, you look through the list of superstars and you think, yeah, that one's not big enough to feud.
Yeah, what I was saying was there's a lot more superstars on Raw than what we think there is.
Yeah.
It's just trying to keep track of all of them. Being as I'm sitting at a computer, I'm just going to get the list of superstars that are on each brand.
I have just realised we didn't get our Kurt Hawkins Star Factory bit.
No, we didn't.
Or our Apollo Crews win.
No.
Last 2 weeks we've had Kurt Hawkins Star Factory and Apollo Crews picking up a win. Didn't do either this week.
Yeah, oh, that's weird. Oh well, who cares?
Yeah, not that I'm overly bothered.
Each section is not great anyway.
No.
So.
But that is Raw done.
Yep.
Overall, it was okay. It wasn't the worst Raw I've watched.
No, could have been better after last week, especially.
Yeah, I don't know. Last week was just gold. That main event was just something spectacular.
Definitely.
If they'd have just tried to do the same thing again, it would have just felt like reusing the same thing, and it wouldn't have been as good.
Yeah.
So.
Right. So before we move on, the superstars that are on Raw include Apollo Crews, Bo Dallas, Big Cass.
Oh, fuck me, Bo Dallas.
Yeah. Big Show, Braun Strowman, Bray Wyatt, Brock Lesnar, Cesaro. It says Jericho, but this was obviously done just before he moved over. Kurt Hawkins, Curtis Axel, Darren Young, Dash Wilder, Dean Ambrose, Elias Sampson, Enzo, Finn Balor, Goldust, Heath Slater, Matt and Jeff Hardy, Kalisto, The Club, Mark Henry, The Miz, R-Truth, Rhino, Roman Reigns, Samoa Joe, Scott Dawson, Seth Rollins, Sheamus, and Titus O'Neil. So,
Mark Henry, if I was going to pick someone to feud with him on a little mini feud.
Not really anything there for Roman Reigns to do.
No, that's it. His high profile feud at the minute was with Braun Strowman, and Braun's now out for a few weeks. So they need something to do with him.
Yeah, it's going to be Strowman, and then it's going to move on to Lesnar.
Yeah, pretty much.
So
they might do they might, after Seth Rollins and Joe have finished their feud, they might do Roman Reigns and Joe for a bit.
Yeah.
While Strowman's having his thing with Lesnar, they might stick him with Joe or something.
Yeah. I don't know. Who knows? No one knows.
Anyway, we'll move on to the following day. SmackDown Not So Live. I wrote that down on my notes. SmackDown Not So Live. Because obviously pre-recorded.
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense really, does it?
No.
Hey-ho. SmackDown was okay. Started off with a little promo.
Yeah, we get the Apex Predator out in the ring.
Yeah. Calling out Jinder Mahal.
Yep.
Basically.
Saying he lost Bray Wyatt because of Jinder Mahal.
Yeah, it said he took what wasn't his and he has to earn the title, but, not going to do that because you're going to get an RKO and pretty much that's it. And then
I'm going to
Jinder
try and
comes
remember
out.
the order. Yeah, so Jinder comes out next.
Yeah, and he's like, I didn't take anything. I didn't steal anything. I took what was mine. It's like, hold up. 1 second.
How is this yours?
You just said you didn't take anything, but then you also just said that you took something.
Yeah.
Make up your fucking mind.
Yeah,
you
it's
stupid
just
twat.
bloody Jinder Mahal. But then it's Owens comes out afterwards, isn't it? And starts giving it all the large about how he retired Chris Jericho and everything like that. He's the best one there.
Yeah, Kevin Owens comes out. He's like, yeah, I've ended Chris Jericho's career. Not really. He's like, and now at Backlash, I'm going to end AJ Styles' career. And then AJ Styles appears. And
then the Phenomenal One enters and says, well, Chris Jericho is no AJ Styles.
Yeah, you're no AJ Styles.
Yeah.
And I'm going to win that title. And then Baron Corbin comes out and he's just like, hold up. No one cares about you guys. This is all about me.
Don't forget about me. I'm the Braun Strowman of SmackDown Live.
Yeah, and then Sami Zayn comes out and kicks his ass.
Yeah. Oh, good. And it ends with sort of AJ, Randy and Sami all standing up in the centre of the ring. Looking a bit chuffed for themselves.
Yep, and the others retreating. But, I just love the fact that Baron Corbin turns around and looks at Jinder Mahal and Kevin Owens, and you're just like, I don't care about you two. This is about me.
See, I didn't mind this because this is the blow-off before Backlash, obviously.
Yeah.
So this is, it's not actually. We've got one more week before Backlash, haven't we?
Yeah, we have. Yeah, we've got one more week.
Yeah. But I don't mind this because it takes two well-established matches for Backlash and one that's probably going to be added at some point and finds a way to fit all three feuds into a 2-hour show.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it set up for the main event as well. So, I was happy with it. It was an okay kickoff. I mean, I'm getting a bit bored of both shows starting with a promo.
That's classic WWE now, though.
Yeah.
Every show opens with a bloody promo.
Yeah, start with a match. Just give us one match at least before you start with your promo.
That's it.
But then saying that, like I said to you earlier, I watched an episode of Raw from 1999.
Yep.
The other day, and that started off with a promo, which was The Rock coming out and saying that he was going to shove something up someone's candy ass.
Sounds about right. Yeah, they always like to open with a promo because it gives someone a chance to work the crowd up before the first match. So
yeah. So let's just hope that Seth Rollins doesn't do any opening segments because just no one cares.
Unfortunately, he doesn't give a good babyface promo.
No. Just get Dwayne Johnson to come in and give a little promo quickly and then the crowd will be rolled up.
Yeah. But we move on to our first match, which is Becky Lynch versus Natalya.
Yes, this is the first time I've seen Becky Lynch wrestle since I've started watching this again.
I love Becky Lynch.
Becky Lynch is amazing.
She's so good. It starts off with fucking James Ellsworth going to do some introductions, and then Carmella takes the mic and does the introductions herself.
Yeah. Just... that was pointless.
Yep.
It's just like, oh, okay, so we're going to be here, and here's Natty, basically. And out she comes, and in the ring, and then Becky Lynch shows up.
Yep, and then you get Naomi introduces herself, and then she introduces Becky Lynch, and then Charlotte introduces herself because she don't need anyone to do it for her.
No. See, we said that Charlotte was going to get the face turn, but she's still playing on that heel just a bit.
I know, but I think she's had a face turn, but it's one of these things where her character is still so ingrained that she'll be a face, but she'll still have that attitude with her, which I don't mind.
Yeah, I mean, it works. But, it's just kind of confusing, again, for the crowd. They were cheering her, and then they were booing her, and then, who knows. But, yeah, the match was okay.
The most upsetting thing about this is they're meant to be showcasing the women now, but they get 3 minutes. That's all they had. Their match was 3 minutes. It's nothing. Especially for two people like Becky Lynch and Natalya, who are good wrestlers. Yeah,
Natty's a veteran. She's been in this business a long time. She's a member of the Hart family. You'd think they'd show her off a little bit more, and Becky Lynch is just amazing.
Yep.
In the ring. They're like probably the two best superstars on SmackDown. And just, they don't get a lot of recognition, but
nope.
It ends with Becky Lynch goes out the ring, and Carmella and James Ellsworth and Tamina are going towards her. So Naomi's like, no, you fucking don't. But then Charlotte grabs hold of her and is like, no, leave it. So, Becky gets back in the ring, and Natty picks up the win.
Yep. Just like that.
And then we have a little segment afterwards with Becky Lynch, Charlotte, and Naomi. And Becky Lynch is just like, dudes, we need to stick together. We need to work together, because at Backlash we're going to have a 6-man tag, or whatever it is. And it's going to be us 3 against them 3.
Which, just to put out there, called it.
Yeah, you did. So we need to work together. Are you in? And Naomi's like, yeah, I'm in. And Charlotte's like, yeah, I suppose so.
If I have to.
If it benefits me in some way, Charlotte Flair. But yeah, that was cool. I look forward to that match. I think it'll be pretty good.
Yeah, it should be an alright match.
So from that, it went to... I don't know why this match even exists.
Yeah, Luke Harper versus Eric Rowan.
Yeah.
The issue is the Wyatt family is done as of this moment. There's no actual reason for these two to be feuding. There's no storyline basis. There's nothing.
Well, there sort of is, because when Bray Wyatt was still on SmackDown just before the shake-up, it was Bray Wyatt and Eric Rowan versus Randy Orton and Luke Harper.
Yeah, still doesn't seem like enough basis for, now that Bray's gone, these two to just be fighting each other. Yeah,
but the reason that match existed was because Bray Wyatt and Eric Rowan were beating on Randy Orton, and then Luke Harper came down and was just like, no, you're not doing this, and fought back. So I suppose, in a sense, Eric Rowan could still be a bit pissed that he's turned on them to help Randy Orton when, he was part of the Wyatt family. If anything, he should be helping them. So, yeah, that could be the premise for it. But at the same time... It was pointless. It wasn't good.
It wasn't a good match.
It was slow.
Eric Rowan goes to hit Luke Harper with his gas mask, sheep face thing. Ref takes it away, so he just pokes him in the eyes.
Yeah. Just wasn't really great. This was the match. I always have one match watching both Raw and SmackDown where I'll be watching it and then I'll just start playing on my phone. Because I'm just not engrossed in it, and this was it. I just didn't care. Really didn't care.
Yeah, I mean, Eric Rowan picks up the win. Not that it really matters in any way to anything important at this point.
Nah. So, yeah, that happened.
Yeah.
Then Dolph Ziggler comes down to the ring.
My favourite part of the night, this.
Yeah.
Ziggler's promo was on point. His promo was just really good. You could feel like it felt like he just really had enough of everything at this point.
Yeah, and like I've said before, some of this is probably truth because, Shinsuke Nakamura is getting a lot of airtime with his promos at the moment, and Dolph Ziggler's getting fuck all.
Yep. I mean, Nakamura comes out, they have a couple of words, Dolph turns away, throws his jacket in Nakamura's face, and then just lamps in one.
But then Nakamura gets the upper hand and starts throwing knee upon knee and fist upon fist.
So you got a little bit of a look at what his strong style is then, because you hadn't really seen anything, had you?
No, I hadn't, but it looks brutal. And that was the first time they'd mentioned strong style as well, because the commentary actually did say about it.
Yeah, because and then that kick he delivers straight to Dolph Ziggler's chest to just knock him out of the ring. Yeah.
That was good. I really enjoyed it.
I'm looking forward to this match.
It's going to be a fucking good match.
It's probably going to be... I'm banking at the moment that either this or AJ versus Owens will be match of the night.
Yeah.
It's going to be one of these two.
Well, I'll run down the card this week and we'll give our predictions
next week.
Next week, because we need to do that at some point.
Well, we'll do it with our next episode of Raw and Smackdown, won't we? And just do our predictions on the end. Yeah,
it's cool. So after that little segment, it went on to a Breezango fashion files.
I love Breezango at the moment. Genius. They're so entertaining when they're doing these.
They're really funny, but they see paint on the floor and they're just like, there's only 2 people that wear face paint around here, and that's the Uggos. And they follow the trail to try and find the Usos, and they end up running into the Ascension.
Yep.
Who are just screaming in a cupboard for no reason. In a locked cupboard.
Oh, it's so good.
What?
So good. I loved it. It was amazing.
What? So yeah, they close the door and are like, I think we better reopen the Ascension file.
Yeah.
Okay, so they get a match with the Ascension.
It's only 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I will say, personally, it's nice to see Breezango squash a team rather than be the team being squashed.
Yeah, they're like the Golden Truth to me. It'll be good once they start getting like a load of wins. I think they might actually take the tag titles from the Usos.
I wouldn't be surprised, and I'm not upset about it.
No, I think they're going to do it. I think they're going to take the tag titles. They probably won't hold it for very long.
They will hold it for a week or 2 at best.
Yeah, and then, I don't know, you'll probably get... who we got tag team wise? Not a lot.
Well, they're the face, so you'll probably get a heel tag team take it.
No, I don't know. I reckon the New Day might take it.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, they're coming over to SmackDown.
They're supposed to be coming back sort of end of June, beginning of July, I think, because they're not going to debut until Kofi's back from his surgery.
Oh,
because they want to debut him as a free.
Fair enough. I don't know then. There's not that many tag teams on SmackDown.
No, not really.
I'm just looking at the list now. So you got the Usos, you got the Ascension, Breezango. That's pretty much it. There's not really anybody else unless they're going to make another...
well, you've got American Alpha.
Yeah.
Because you've lost the Vaudevillains now.
Yeah. I mean, American Alpha probably won't take it. They've not been looking very strong recently.
Which annoys me because they were so good. I mean, the only thing I can think of is maybe because at Takeover you've got DIY versus the Authors of Pain
Oh,
for the tag titles, and if DIY lose, I think they're coming up.
That'll be good.
And obviously, Takeover is the Saturday before Backlash.
Yeah.
So you could have Breezango win it maybe at Backlash and then feud with DIY for a bit on the following SmackDown.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which I'm fine with because DIY are a very good tag team.
I'm just looking at this list of superstars again just because I was trying to find tag teams, and it says Kane. Is Kane still a thing?
Kane is officially still a member of the roster.
Fucking hell.
But obviously Glenn Jacobs, who is Kane, is running for office.
I didn't even realise Kane was still a thing. Maybe. No, that can't happen. No, I was gonna say maybe you'll get Rhino break away from the tag team, and then Kane and Rhino can be like the guys that run for office, but they're on different brands. So that's just not going to be good. It would be entertaining, but it wouldn't happen.
It just would not happen.
Yeah, they could be the politicians or something. That would be the thing. They come down in suits.
Yeah.
Yeah. WWE, if you're listening, make that happen.
Do it now.
Move Kane over to Raw.
That's it. Be all over that.
Yeah, do it.
So Breezango pick up an easy win, which is nice. So they look good going forward towards obviously Backlash.
Yep.
And the Usos have not wrestled once since winning the titles, I don't think.
Yeah, we had a little bit of a promo from the Usos after the match where... Yeah. I mean, it started off good. I was into it, and then Jay just said 12 days too many times.
Yeah.
And the stuff that Jimmy was coming out with was just not great. I mean, you can massage each other's backs in 12 days. You can kiss each other's backs in 12 days. You can lick each other's backs. That was funny because it looked like they were actually enjoying it, but it just went on a bit too long.
Yeah, it weren't great. It was not great. I mean, I like the Usos as a heel tag team. I think it's been long overdue and it's working for them, but they just have not wrestled a match since winning the titles. Except for the Andre the Giant Battle Memorial Royal Rumbly thingy, because they were in that.
Yeah.
But it doesn't really
speaking
count.
of that, you had a Mojo Rowley little section.
He don't get hype. He stays hype.
He stays hype. He was showing some American kids around in London. I don't quite get that, to be quite honest.
Nope.
So, yeah, but he was showing them around, and he's like, now my favourite part, and he's like talking about Andre the Giant, and then he shows them the Andre the Giant memorial statue, and then he makes one of the kids look stupid, so the kid kicks him, and then they laugh, and he's like, oh, I can't stay mad at you. Anyway, let's go, which was pointless. So,
yeah, they really want him to be a contender, but it's just not going to work.
Not happening. But, yeah, after that, we get our... main event, which was Jinder Mahal, Kevin Owens and Baron Corbin versus Randy Orton, AJ Styles and Sami Zayn. We did actually get a promo with these as well earlier in the night, where Sami Zayn was talking to both AJ Styles and Randy Orton and was like, so we need to have a plan. So we're going to go with Randy Orton, you're the heavy hitter, you're going to start and you're going to, beat the crap out of everyone. And then AJ Styles, you're the phenomenal one, you're going to come in and you're just going to whoop everybody's ass, and then everything will be down to me. And the camera zooms in on Sami Zayn while he's talking. He's got his eyes closed. It's like, guys, close your eyes. Just imagine everybody chanting our names. And then when it zooms back out, it's like Randy Orton and AJ Styles are fucked off.
I saw a great picture to do with this. It was a picture of him standing there with Orton and AJ, and next to it was a picture of him trying to do the Shield thing with Rollins and Reigns from Raw ages ago.
Yeah.
And back then they both walked away as well. And then it was a picture of Kevin Owens at the bottom. And it said, I told you nobody likes him. It just really made me laugh.
Brilliant.
It was good.
I like Sami Zayn.
I like Sami Zayn.
I really like his entrance music as well. It's very scarry. It reminds me of being young and being able to skank and dance around. I remember the time we went to Jumping Jacks and we were all skanking on the stage and the DJ thought we were kicking someone.
Yeah.
That was fun.
God, we're terrible human beings.
Yeah, we are terrible when we're drunk. That's why I don't drink anymore. So,
yeah, it's very true. But the match itself, it was good. AJ and Zayn both spent time being beaten.
Yeah,
separated the ring. They were getting abused. And to keep Orton looking strong going into his title match, he got the hot tag and demolished all 3 opponents.
Yeah, it was mainly just to big up Randy Orton and Jinder Mahal, really, because they didn't actually get any time in the ring with each other, really.
That's it. Everyone hits all of their signature move. The classic multiple man match. Everyone hits their signature move.
Yeah, but
and then eventually Randy Orton walks into one of them chicken wing slam things that Jinder Mahal does.
Yeah,
and Mahal gets a clean win over Orton.
Yeah, but the Singh brothers did have a little bit of an interference there, which is why it all went a bit sour as well. So again, sort of showing that Jinder Mahal can't get a win unless the Singh brothers there. It wouldn't surprise me if at Backlash Shane or Daniel Bryan, because now Daniel and Brie have had their baby. I can imagine Daniel will be back pretty soon. It wouldn't surprise me if either one of those made a stipulation where the Singh brothers could not get involved. But Jinder still picks up the win to make him look badass.
Because I think out of everybody on the heel team in this match, Mahal needed to pick up that win.
Yeah.
Because Owens is a badass. Everyone's seen him demolish Chris Jericho and everything recently. Corbin's got some big wins. He's a monster. It doesn't matter. Mahal does not feel like a number 1 contender for the World Heavyweight Championship or whatever it's called now. Keep changing the name.
Yeah, just...
So he needed to pick up this win to look slightly contender-worthy.
Yeah, even in this match, it didn't feel like he was, a top superstar in this match with him. It was just like Kevin Owens and Baron Corbin, and then they just chucked Jinder Mahal in from the roster.
They were like, we need a third heel.
Yeah, it didn't even feel like they were, he was part of something big. It's just like he's just there. We just need someone to fill that spot. So, I don't know. They really need to do something with him. But yeah, AJ didn't really need to pick up a win because everybody knows that he's amazing. Randy Orton, again, didn't really need to pick up a win, and they had to squash Sami Zayn again because that's all they do.
Yep, Sami Zayn just gets destroyed.
Yeah.
One thing I will say is we got word through we've had word about Rusev as well, saying that if Shane McMahon won't answer him, he'll have to come to SmackDown.
Yep.
So fingers crossed we get Rusev next week.
Yep. We'll see where that goes. I mean, I don't know if he wants a WWE title match at Money in the Bank, so that'll be, I don't know, probably AJ Styles or something.
Yeah.
It's going to be a face. Because it won't be Orton. I don't think Orton's going to hold the title again this year after he loses it to Mahal.
I think there's a high chance this is Orton's last title at this point.
Yeah, he's won it 13 times.
That's it.
Doesn't really need to.
He's never going to get to the John Cena record. I think this is going to be pretty much his last run with that title.
Yeah, I mean, Cena's due to come back as well, so maybe they'll give it to Cena for a little while just so he can lose it to Rusev.
I think they want to bring him back early now as well.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Who knows what they're going to do with that. But, yeah. So what to say, I suppose.
I mean, overall, both shows weren't bad. But after a phenomenal Raw and SmackDown last week, just a bit lackluster.
Yeah, it's not great. But, these things happen.
Yep.
We'll just have to hope that next week's SmackDown's a bit better because it's the SmackDown before...
It's the blow-off, yeah.
Before Backlash. But then again, you say that and you look at the Raw before Payback and that was terrible.
Yeah, so. That's it. I mean, we'll probably... Next week's SmackDown, we'll get the... Rusev appearance. We'll get a little bit of build for AJ and Owens and Mahal and Randy Orton, and that'll be about it.
Yeah, I don't think much else is going to happen. Not really much. They could bring back some of the other superstars that are apparently on SmackDown that I didn't even realise still existed. Like Kane could come back, or Zack Ryder apparently.
He's injured at the moment.
Who else we got on here? Eva Marie.
I think she's going to be released.
Yeah, she's not wrestling anymore. I think she's going.
Yeah.
Who else? Who else is on here? That's pretty much it. They haven't really got that many people on SmackDown. SmackDown's got less superstars on it than Raw has.
Yeah, and that was because it's only a 2-hour show.
Yeah, they don't need as many people, do they?
That's it.
You can get John Cena back probably nearer the...
Nikki Bella will come back as well at that point.
Yeah. I mean, Nikki Bella will be a good mix-up in the women's division. I quite like her. I think she's quite good.
Yeah, she wants to... I mean, because I've been watching the newest season of Total Divas, and it starts at WrestleMania last year.
Yeah.
When they unveiled the Women's Championship for the first time, and she's like, no one can ever take away the fact that I'm the longest reigning Divas champion. And she's like, but now that I've seen that belt, I want to be the longest reigning Women's champion. I was like, no. Please no, I like you, but you don't need it. You're the John Cena of the women's division at this point.
Yeah,
you just don't need it.
She'll probably hold it at least once.
She'll hold it, but I don't need a long title run from her.
No.
It'll annoy me.
Looking at the women, Becky Lynch, I reckon, will be the next person to have it.
Yeah, well, she was the first one.
I mean, I want to say Charlotte's going to get it, but I don't know if she is.
She will, but she'll get it off of a heel. We'll get one of the welcoming committee will probably go against Naomi and in some way win it from her, and then Charlotte will win it from them.
Natty, probably, I would say. Then you're probably going to get the inevitable Carmella, Tamina and Natty break up at some point, which will probably see one of them, I don't know, go face. Yeah,
more than likely. Or Natty will go face again.
Yeah, she can do both. But yeah, I don't know. Nikki Bella, she'll probably hold it for a little while. I don't think she'll hold it for a long time.
She'll definitely have a run with the title at some point.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, just quickly on the note of Total Divas, Lana sounds so strange talking in a normal American accent.
Does she?
Oh, yeah, she just talks in a normal American accent.
Oh.
It's so weird. So weird sounding.
Fair enough.
She's still hot as fuck, even with a normal American accent, but it just sounds so weird.
Yeah, I don't know what she'll bring, to be honest.
No, nor do I. And obviously the Paige thing, because she's always part of Total Divas once she joined.
Yeah.
I've been watching it, and obviously it's gone to her being suspended for violating the wellness policy, and then you've not heard about her again.
Yeah.
Sort of just cut her out of the episodes from there.
She's not coming back.
It's weird because you're actually getting to see the weird downfall of her once she starts dating Alberto Del Rio.
Yeah.
You just see it on Total Divas, sort of that downward spiral. Yeah. It's so strange.
I can't see her coming back. I think
she'll get released when her contract runs out. They'll keep her here while she's on the contract, but they just won't do anything with her.
Yeah, but not a big loss, I suppose.
She was a great wrestler. I really enjoyed her in ring.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really liked her, but then she started fucking dating Alberto Del Rio, and it all just went to pot.
Yeah.
Stupid Alberto Del Rio.
Boo.
Boo that man.
Yeah, he's not even Alberto Del Rio anymore, is he? He's
Alberto El Patron.
Yeah, and he's doing some stuff with the What Culture guys. From what I've seen,
he's been doing WCPW. He's joined Impact Wrestling, which is TNA, and he's won the Global Force Wrestling Championship recently from there. Because basically TNA, Jeff Jarrett's come back into it.
Oh God!
Do you remember Jeff Jarrett?
I do remember Jeff Jarrett.
Because he founded TNA. And eventually he left, he got brought out, and he started another production called Global Force Wrestling. And TNA Impact have been going through a lot of trouble lately, so he managed to get himself back in. And he's now basically just bringing in all of his Global Force Wrestling people and just going to turn it into Global Force Wrestling, basically.
Oh, right.
By the looks of things, anyway.
Well, just have to see where that goes, I suppose.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I think it's end of June, possibly beginning of July. New Japan Wrestling have got their pay-per-view Dominion,
right? And
you've got a rematch of Kenny Omega versus Okada, which is like the match from Wrestle Kingdom at the beginning of the year that was like 5 stars, 6 stars, or whatever it was. So I will. I mean, I know we don't talk about New Japan, but I will be watching that.
Hey, you can come on here and you can talk about whatever the fuck you want when I'm not about.
I mean, after Takeover, I'll probably do something for that anyway.
Yeah,
because I love Takeover. I like what NXT do on their pay-per-views. So it's only a short card, so I'll probably do a little reactions and I'll probably chuck a predictions on quick on our Backlash predictions.
Okay.
And then I'll just do a little reactions myself, probably like the Sunday morning or something for Takeover.
Well, I mean, if you ever want to do anything to do with any of wrestling at all, you can feel free to do so. We're PigHat Wrestling on YouTube, so, you know, it can be anything.
Yep.
So do whatever you like, even if you wanted to cover like some of the What Culture stuff.
Yeah,
go ahead.
I mean, I probably will, because I watch a lot of it.
Yeah.
I watched the latest Ring of Honor recently as well, and do you remember who the Spirit Squad were?
I do.
Yeah, they've just the only two that are still around really have just appeared on Ring of Honor.
Oh.
They're just called the Squad, but they come out in the green outfit still.
Oh. Yeah, yep. Didn't DX send them back off to developmental?
Yeah, back to OVW in a box.
Yeah.
Yeah, just, but they're now on Ring of Honor, and they're challenging the Young Bucks for the Ring of Honor tag team titles.
Oh.
So that should be fun.
I'm probably completely wrong here, but did Dolph Ziggler start out as one of them? Yeah, I thought so.
And he was also at one point, he was the caddy for Chavo Guerrero when he was being Kerwin White.
Oh, right.
And he walked around, he was like a rich white guy persona, and Dolph Ziggler was the caddy for him then as well. But yeah, he started off as Nicky in the Spirit Squad.
Fair enough, there you go. The more you know.
That's it. Just imagine it coming up. But yeah, I'll probably cover a little bit about TakeOver once it happens, and I'll be watching that. I don't watch much New Japan because I find it hard to find it unless you pay for the New Japan streaming service, and I don't get a chance to watch it enough to warrant it.
Yeah.
So I'll probably just watch the pay-per-view because I want to see the Omega Okada match again.
That's fair enough.
And I'll probably cover that just on one of our episodes after.
Yeah, that's cool.
Sweet.
Right, well, thanks again for joining us for Wrestling with PigHat, guys.
And as usual, we'll catch up with you next week. And I've been Adam. He's been Tony.
I have.
And we will speak to you next week.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.